Okay, this is Math 6, Module 4, Lesson 1, the relationship of addition and subtraction. Number 1, draw tape diagrams to represent each of the following number sentences. So, what we're going to do is start with 3. And then it wants us to add 5 to it. Well, let me add 5 with a different color here. Let's go to yellow. If I add 5, we're going to act like these are the exact same. But then it wants us to take 5 away. So what do we end up with? The 3 that we began with. There's our answer. Super simple, right? 3 is our answer, right? So let's do this. Now we have 8. But this wants us to take 2 away. So let's take 2 away here. We've got rid of 2. But now we got to add 2 back to it. So let's go with this color. And we will just do all of it again. And that equals 8. Okay? We just added 2 back to it. Super simple. So, number 2 says, fill in each blank. 65 plus a number minus 15 is equal to 65. So, I've started with 65, and I know I'm going to subtract 15, but I need to end up with 65 again. So what am I going to add? 15. B says some number plus G minus G equals K. We got to have a K somewhere, don't we? What is G minus G? Yeah, but just what is G minus G? 0, right? 15 minus 15 is 0. So we're just canceling those numbers out. A plus B minus a number is equal to A. Well, if I have A plus B, what do I have to subtract to get A? B. And if I have 367, I subtract 93, then I add 93 right back, I have 367. And that is it for that one. So let's go to problem set number 2. It may take me a second to get there. Give me a second. Oh, we're loading. Okay. Lesson 2 says, this is the relationship of mathematics, multiplication and division. Fill in the blanks to make each equation true. And this is the same principle, right? If I add a number and then subtract that number, I'm left with what I started with, right? Same thing. If I have a number, I multiply by a number, and I divide by the same number, then I'm left with what I started with, right? So if I take 12 and divide by 3, and then I multiply some number to it, I'm still going to end up with 12. Well, it's got to be 3. F times H divided by H is equal to what? F. 45 times a number divided by 15 is equal to 45. The answer is 15. Some number divided by R times times R is equal to P. P. Now, I want to show you something right quick. What if this was a number divided by R times R equals P. And we're looking for this question mark. What's the answer? P. That says exactly what D said. That says some number divided by R times R is equal to P. So let's put that in more mathematical sense here. If I said, let me do this. If I said some number divided by 4 times 4 is equal to, let's say, 10. What that says is, how many fourths times 4 equals 10? 10 fourths times 4 equals 10. Okay? So, number 2 says draw a series of tape diagrams to represent the following number sentences. Ugh. Do we want to do that? Because that's a lot of tape diagrams. How can we do that? Okay, let's do this. I can do it quickly, I think. We got 12. Let's go to 1. There's 12. Now, I'm going to break that apart by 3s. Right? I'm dividing by 3. Oh, I did that wrong. Let me do that again. Divide it by you got to divide it by thirds, right? That's kind of, but it's thirds. I'm putting it into thirds. They each have 4, you're right, but I'm dividing it by thirds. So I've divided it by thirds. Now, I'm going to put them back together, basically. I've divided them. Now I'm going to multiply them back together, and I'm still left with 12. Right? Took them apart, put them back together. Same thing with this scenario right here. If I have 10, and I broke them apart by fourths, and now put them back together by fourths, I still have 10. Okay? So now if we have 4 times 5 divided by 5, what am I going to have? Well, if I have 4 5 times, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5. There should be 20 there. Now, if I divide them by 5, so let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. Should have been here, here. Yeah, and here. Well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm back to 4 again. Okay.